Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video. I don't know, probably nobody's going to watch this video. I don't know if a whole lot of people that's going to be trying to set up their little Hyundai Accent up for towing or pulling a trailer, or even for a luggage rack or whatever. But if you are, and you happen to be installing that type of a hitch, which I purchased mine off of eTrailer.com, not sponsored or anything. I purchased it. But the driver's side is the easiest. It has two threaded holes in the frame rail over there, if you want to call it that. It's a unibody, but it's got two threaded holes in the frame rail over there where that side bolts up to. And then there's a center toe point, which I'm going to crawl under there and show you some stuff here in a minute, where that center part bolts to. But the hardest and the booger of everything, and that's why I'm going to crawl under there, is this passenger side. And if you haven't opened yours up and read the instructions on how to install it, or maybe if you're smarter than me and you took it to somebody, maybe that'd be the best way. But if you're not taking it to somebody and you're a DIYer like me and you're trying to figure this out yourself and install this hitch yourself, just wanted to pass on a couple of pointers that I've picked up through this. I did not record up to this point because most people know that when mechanics or people are working on cars and stuff, we tend to have language worse than a sailor. So anyway, so I'm going to crawl underneath here and show y'all. So on the instructions, it says that you take this fish wire here, which comes in the kit with the install, or I'm sorry, with the hitch, with the bolts and nuts and all the hardware and everything. That fish wire comes in the kit. And what it shows is that you got to pull down your muffler, and there's a heat shield, that's what that is right there, is my heat shield that goes in between my muffler and my car. You got to pull that off, and right under that heat shield, right here close to this end of the frame rail, there's a hole that is about 1/4 of an inch, small hole that you have to drill it out to 1/2 inch to get the bolt to go in it. But as far as the fishing wire is concerned, in the instructions it says that you go through an access hole, which is further up on the frame rail. Whoops, sorry about hitting that. And fish everything through that access hole, and then come through this hole after you've drilled it out. And then in small fine print down at the bottom, which is what this video is about, because in small fine print down at the bottom it said, but then some models you may have to go through the end of the frame rail. Which means, and when I read it, I thought, oh man, I hope I got that access hole, because if I got to go through the end of the frame rail, that means I've got to remove my bumper, which you see I have not, and I still had to go through the end of my bumper, or I'm sorry, the end of my frame rail. And so that's why I'm making this video, and to give y'all a little tip, a little trick on doing that without, because I was well in process of removing this whole section of my car to try to get to it, and it got to the point where I just finally started thinking and wondering, and just thought I'd give it a shot on trying something, and it worked. So let's see. So here's the bolt where this side of the hitch, the passenger side of the hitch, is going to bolt onto right there. Now, yes, it is close to the heat shield for the muffler, and so yes, I'm going to have to clearance that with my grinder with a cutting wheel. But nonetheless, I will put the you don't want to run without the shield, because the heat off the muffler will catch your interior on fire, and so you just got to clearance it and put it back up there. But what I did was I did go through and pull out all the clips on my bumper cover, all the clips, because like I said, I was in process of it, and then the next step is removing. There's 2 bolts on this frame rail to remove the bumper, and then over there on the other side there's 2 bolts holding the bumper onto the frame rail. Well, apparently at some point in time in the life of this car, somebody's either rear-ended it, or it doesn't look like much, like just barely, you know, like either backed into or just a small bump, but it did enough so that on the driver's side over there, the bolts are angled in towards the frame rail, which makes it a booger to get anything, a tool in there to get those out. So I'm cussing and I'm carrying on, and I'm like, oh man, great. You know, it's already been a booger trying to get to this point, you know, but then it's like, what good is it going to do, pull this whole cover off, pull that off, and all that if I can't get that side over there off, you know? So then I got to thinking, well, maybe I can, obviously you can tell because I'm got the bolt sticking out here, so I did it. But I was like, well, maybe I can just pry this out enough, you know, take these 2 bolts out here, and I've already got the bumper cover loose. Maybe it'll give me enough room. I mean, I just need enough space to get in between the bumper and the frame rail to get that bolt in there. And so that's what I did. I got that pry bar right there, and had a couple pieces of wood, and I took those 2 bolts out, which I'm on my way of putting it back together now. But I took those 2 bolts out, pried it out I got the board in there, and then I went ahead and drilled my hole and everything. And then it was still, the board wasn't quite thick enough to get the head of that bolt through the space, so I still had to pry on it just a little bit to get that bolt through it. And now everything's all set up, but I did not have to, like I said, I thought I was going to have to pull everything apart and take the bumper cover off, take the bumper off, and everything else just to get that bolt in there. And but that's what this video is about to show y'all, that is not necessary. I just pried it. I took those 2 bolts out, I pried it out far enough to give me enough space to get the hardware in between, and voila, there it is. So now I'm going to continue in my process of getting everything back together, getting it all set up. I've already got it wired for trailer lights. I still got to wire the trailer, but anyway guys, so just wanted to drop that quick tip on y'all, because this is the passenger side is the booger, the rest of it is the easiest part, which is why I'm over here, because I knew it was going to be the hardest. And so anyway guys, so hope this helps somebody out there, because man, I went and searched and searched and searched and couldn't find anything, or any, you know, even forums. I hate reading, I'd rather watch a video. So I'll post this up on YouTube and whatever else outlet I can find. And again, like I said, maybe nobody's watching it, you know, maybe I'm the only idiot out here trying to put a receiver hitch on a 08 Hyundai Accent hatchback, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so hope this helps somebody. If so, please give it a thumbs up, like the video, and leave a comment. All right, appreciate it. God bless, and y'all take care. All right, bye.